Hey, what's up guys, Kung Fu Gamer here, and today I am going to be talking about the tailed beasts and their abilities for Shinobi Life 2 and what I think they will be. If you aren't subscribed, go ahead and do it, because if you're a Naruto fan or a Shinobi Life 2 fan, you should just subscribe now. And for Shinobi Life 2, I'll be doing updates on my Discord server, so I'll link it down in the description. It'll be the Akatsuki one, and if you want to join the Akatsuki, you'll have to DM me on Discord. I'm paying in the Akatsuki, so you'll just have to DM me, and you should be able to join, as long as you're actually going to play Shinobi Life 2. But if you're not, it's whatever, fine. But I'd just rather you be in there, as long as you're going to play Shinobi Life 2. But, getting to the Tailed Beast, I'm going to go from 1 to 9, maybe add some extra things. So, starting with Shukaku, I think its Z ability, thinking it's probably going to be a Tailed Beast bomb. But, if you unlock a Tailed Beast, I think it should be kind of like a Kekkei Genkai. Because you could have the Z ability as a Tailed Beast bomb for almost every single Tailed Beast. But then it'll unlock a like new section, or there'll be a locked section, and then you get a tailed beast, or any tailed beast, and then it'll be like Shinobi Life 1 where you click the arrows and you can go to the different KGs, but for this it'd be tailed beasts, right? But for the first tailed beast, I think for every tailed beast it should do 2 extra abilities, which would be for the first one tail beast, Shukaku, it'd be Sand Tsunami and Wind Bullets, or something like that. I think Sand Tsunami and Wind Bullets it should be, but there's probably already going to be Wind Bullets in the game, so you could just make these Wind Bullets stronger than they would normally be. Oh, and this is one of my side thoughts, but for every single tailed beasts, if you do a Rasengan or Rasen Shuriken, it'll do that type of pattern on it, and it'll do that certain ability. So let's say one tailed beast, you do Rasengan, it'll be the ceiling Rasengan. So if you hit somebody with that, let's say it stuns them for a couple seconds, or they get trapped for a couple seconds. And for Matatabi's abilities, you'll have your Z ability, obviously, will be Tailed Beast Bomb. Then you'll have the 2 abilities. You'll have a lot of cat hairballs on fire, where it's just like 8 or 6 or so, like that many. And then it like flings it at somebody, and it's auto-tracked. But then the second ability would just be a big cat hairball, just like a fireball-sized cat hairball. Obviously, it'll do way more damage than a normal fireball, because it's a tailed beast ability. So for Isobu, its 2 side moves, besides its Z ability, which would be Tailed Beast Bomb, would be a big water tsunami, which I'll show on screen what I'm talking about, and then it would be you would go into rolling ball, and you can just roll around. It could be a travel type thing, or you could damage somebody doing it. But that's pretty much it for the 3 tails. The 4 tails, Son Goku, obviously Z move, Tailed Beast Bomb, and then it's 2 moves. We actually got to see these, so I think one of them should be lava ball, or like a big lava ball, and then the other move is that you coat yourself in lava, and when you punch, the person will get a burn effect, and you'll do more damage. And if somebody punches you, you'll still take damage, but you'll take less, and they'll get a burn effect. Every time they hit you, they'll take damage and get a burn effect. So for the 5th tail, Kokuo, the steam one, you're in tailed beast form. It looks kind of, I can't, it's like a horse, but not like a horse, if that makes enough sense. But you're in full tailed beast form. One of your moves, you charge yourself up, and you just rush somebody, like, really fast. I mean, like, faster than running speeds. So the person can barely dodge it. for the fifth tail's second move, it'll be the same thing like a rush, but if you're in tailed beast form, you'll do like a kick stomp, and it'll have a knockback effect, sending them flying and doing a ton of damage. Moving on to the sixth tailed beast, Saiken, the acid one. For its moves, I think obviously tailed beast bomb, Z move, and then its first move, I think it should be a big acid ball that lasts for 1 to 1.5 or 2 seconds, something like that. And then when it gets past that time, it'll explode, and then send acid flying, or like it's a big green ball, and then it'll just explode basically. The second move it would be a defense type move, where when you use it, you go out of tailed beast form, but the more mode you have, the more damage it does, and you just basically explode. Coming up to the seventh tailed beast, Chomei, one of its moves will be fly, where you can just fly, and then its second move will be a wind move. It didn't really show any moves, but it'll be like you'll move your wings and do like a huge flap, basically. Like you'll just whoosh, and then it'll send a big gust flying forward and do knockback. Let's move on to 8 Tails Gyuki. Its first move would be a defense type move where you spin in a circle, and then it's like a defense type move, so you'll just spin in a circle and hit anything around you, but the range is pretty good since you're a bigger object, tailed beast form, right? And then its Z move, tailed beast bomb, and then its second move, I think it'll be kind of like a tailed beast bomb, but like a laser. I'll show you like a GIF or something like that of what I'm talking about. That's what I'm thinking 8 Tails should have. And then we come to 9 Tails. Its Z move should still be a tailed beast bomb, but it'll be double the size of a normal one. And then its first move would be a huge like Rasen Shuriken type move where you throw tailed beast Rasen Shuriken. Like, you know how Naruto did the 2 huge Rasen Shuriken? I'll show an image on screen of what I'm talking about. It'll be the tailed beast bomb looking one, the purple one. And then its second move, for 9 Tails, this might sound a little lame, but it's just for its second move. But I think it should be like all its tails slash, and it's like a normal hit. It doesn't do knockback, but it does a lot of damage. Or maybe it does knockback. It could do knockback. It breaks a whole guard, but it'll just smack right into the person. And then coming up to the interesting part, which would be this, it'll be the Bijou mode. This will have the Z ability. For the first Bijou mode, Z ability will be... Okay, for this one, the Z ability should just be tailed beast bomb for both. But to unlock its moves, you have to have Wind Style, or at least have Rasen Shuriken or Rasengan, which you'll have to have Wind Style. But whenever you use a Rasengan or Rasen Shuriken with the Bijou mode, it'll have an amp, and it'll look like a normal Rasengan, right? But then it'll have a little orb around it that's also spinning, that's yellow. So it's basically a tailed beast Rasengan. But if you do a Rasen Shuriken, it's basically the same thing, but it'll just have a yellow aura around both of them. The Rasengan and Rasen Shuriken. Oh, this is what the Z move should be. The Z move for this one should be the huge Rasen Shuriken thing, but it does more damage than for KCM 1s. Okay, so there's going to be one move. You still have to have Wind Style, but this move, you have to also have every single tailed beast unlocked. So you have to have all the modes. I know this seems crazy, but it'll probably be a jutsu that does the most out of anything in the game besides Infinite Tsukuyomi that they're going to have. I'm pretty sure they're going to have Infinite Tsukuyomi. But this move would be a ton of the tailed beast Rasen Shuriken. And why I think this would be so OP is because you have to grind up so far. And Naruto did it to Kaguya, and she didn't know how to defend against it. She kind of just ate it, or if I remember, she went into her dimension, or she did just kind of die from it. But when he did that, she like kind of freaked out. So I think that move should be the strongest jutsu, or close to the strongest jutsu, because it's so grindy. But it's whenever you tap Rasen Shuriken. No, it's gonna be a move, but whenever you do it, you'll tap the move, you'll jump up into the air, do Shadow Clone Jutsu, and then you'll do a ton of Rasen Shurikens that are all the Jubi Rasen Shurikens. I think that's where I'll end it off for this video, since this video is probably going to be pretty long. If you want me to, for my next video, to add on to what my original idea was going to be for the 10 tails and all those abilities, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below if you want me to do that, and Kung Fu Gamer out.